Alright, what's up? It's me, John Vaughn, the founder of Tier 5 and the CEO of Tier 5 again. In this video, I am going to show you how you can actually go in and create the reseller partner accounts and manage all your reseller partner accounts on autopilot. In a previous video, I showed you how to go in and actually do everything manually. In this video, I'm going to show you how to go in and do everything on autopilot with our APIs. So you may remember from a previous training that we actually created this little page to simulate a purchase or an opt-in for our actual software. And what I've done is I've actually just modified it a little bit to work with our partner API, okay? So I'm just going to have a name for a partner, an email address for a partner, and then I'm going to have the number of accounts that we're actually going to give to that partner. I'm going to show you how to go in and actually use our APIs, and then we're basically just going to modify the Zapier. We're basically just going to modify the Zapier Zap that we created for adding users with the user API. We're just going to basically modify that instead of building everything over from scratch, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this real quick to new partner, and I'm going to put in a number of accounts here as 5, and I'm going to put in some partner here as the name, and then I'm just going to go ahead and opt into this page real quick, okay? The only reason I'm doing that is so I can get some data here in Zapier. And I'm going to essentially retest this so I can get this new partner information that I just got in Zapier. Again, like I said, what we're doing here is we're just simulating, and you guys are just pretending that this ClickFunnels page is your payment page or however you are getting new partners. And instead of having to go in and actually create them all manually, I'm going to show you in this video how to actually use our APIs to manage everything. And what we're going to do is in the training video where I showed you how to manage all your end users, the people who are actually using the software, the extension users, I showed you how to manage all those with our APIs on autopilot when people opt in to get your extension for free or whenever they pay. We're just going to actually edit this and now make it work. We're going to just switch out some data to make it work for managing your partners. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to go here in we're going to go here inside Kyubi, and then inside Kyubi we're going to come over here to our API settings. I'm going to go ahead and actually refresh because we just actually uploaded all of this different training right here where you can find all of this training, and this may be where you're actually watching it right now. So anyways, we are going to go here to our API settings, and then you can see I'm going to make myself small again. You can see right over here we have the add partner. Now we already went through all these add users. We're going to now focus on these add partners. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this add partner, this create partner webhook, and we're just going to replace this with that create partner webhook. Now again, you're going to see over here if you want to have an unlimited balance, you can toggle this to an unlimited balance if your partner should have unlimited accounts. If they need to have a specific number of accounts, don't toggle this. You're just going to give the number of accounts. All right. You're also going to have the same thing over here where you can select what extension are you creating a partner on. So you can see the required fields are token and email. The balance field is required if you're actually passing an extension token. So if you just want to create a partner but you don't want to assign them any extensions yet, then you can just pass the token in email. If you do want to assign them a specific extension, you are required to actually give us the balance. So we need token and email. So our token is going to be the same. We're going to come over here. We're going to make sure we're using our token. We have an email, and that email is coming from our first step. We're going to go ahead and give their first name and their last name, okay? So we're going to give their first name. We got this from our first step whenever they bought our partner program. We're going to get their last name just because I want to have this information in the platform in case I want to come search for them later. Okay, we've got our extension token. So we're going to add this person to my Epic extension. So we're going to use the extension token for my Epic extension. And then what else do we need? Required is a balance. So we're going to give a balance. This balance I'm going to actually give dynamically though, and I'm going to just use some data that's coming from this field so that you can see it's actually creating dynamically. And the reason I'm doing this is so that you can understand if you have upsells or downsells, and one program is they're going to get 100 accounts, a different program is they're only going to get 50 accounts. Based on that program and whatever it is that they're buying, you can dynamically set how many accounts that your reseller partner or your agency gets to manage on your actual extension. Okay? So we're just actually going to set this here dynamically. So we got our account balance. What else do we need? We don't need anything. The only other thing that we may want to get is we may want to give what plan levels are these resellers able to issue on our extension. If you remember, this had essentially 3 different plans. So if we just want to allow this person to give the free and starter, but they're not able to essentially issue the whatever plan is left, the pro plan, then we're just going to put free and starter, and you'll see your plan over here, and you'll see we just have this little array object. Okay? So we're going to come over here, we're going to give a plan, and then we're going to give an array object, which is going to be this little square bracket, and then the numbers of the plan. So 1, 2, and then square bracket again. And again, you can actually see this right here inside Kyubi. It will show you right there is your little object. And you could have just grabbed that and put that inside there if you want to put that inside there, okay? I just like to format it a little bit. So now we're going to come over here in Kyubi, and we're going to check our partners list. We're going to see that we have Testy Testy. We're going to go ahead and delete Testy Testy here. We're going to suspend this partner. So we do not let you delete partners because they actually bring in the users, and we don't want you to lose the information as far as where did that partner come from or anything like that. So you can just actually suspend the partner, and you'll see if you suspend the partner and they're no longer active, they don't count towards your balance. All right? So now what we're going to do is we're just going to simulate this API call just by coming in and retesting an action. And you can see it says right here, partner has been created successfully. So if we come back over here to Kyubi and we refresh the page, we will see we now have some partner, and we'll see here's the partner's email address. They have 1 extension assigned. And if we were to actually come in here and let's open up a new incognito window, and let's go to Kyubi, and we're going to log in as this partner that we just created with the API, and we'll see that he has access to that extension. He has a specific balance. All right, so you can see he has access to this actual extension. He has a balance of 5, and if he wants to actually create a user, you'll be able to see that he's going to pick my Epic extension. And for some reason, hold on, it doesn't look like he was assigned any plans. So let's look at our sum partner and see he wasn't assigned any plans. Nope, he wasn't actually assigned any plans. And if he wasn't assigned any plans, then that just means we have some issue with our plans here. So we're going to just put this in again as a 1, 2 without any of the spaces. And then we're just going to come in here and retest this action. So partner has now been updated. So we are going to now come in, actually check this partner out. We're going to refresh here real quick, and we're going to check this partner out. Doesn't look like he was granted any plans. So let's troubleshoot that and figure out, okay, hey, why wasn't he granted any plans? So let's troubleshoot that, and what we're going to do is we're just going to put in a 1 and a 2 with no brackets here. Okay. So we're going to retest this action and go ahead and refresh here, and then now we're going to check this partner out. Okay, he still wasn't actually granted any plans here. So let's check again, and let's just give him a bracket 1. let's just ask our dev team and find out what are we doing wrong here. So give me just 1 second, we're going to ask our dev team, no big deal. Now, I do want you guys to keep in mind that whenever you add a partner, whether you're adding them manually or whenever you're adding them through the API, just like whenever you create a user for the extension, their default password is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can update that at any time they want. They can change it. We do not send out any emails to your partners, to your users. So after you create their accounts, you will need to send them an email to let them know their account has been created and where can they go actually log in and what is their username and password. Okay? So now we've actually created this partner automatically with our API. We can see that for some reason their plans weren't actually added, but that's okay because we'll figure that out in just 1 second. We're going to go in and actually figure out why were their plans actually not added, and then we will essentially update our Zap here to make sure that our plans are getting added. So let's come over here and look at our partner and see if that update gave him his plans or if it didn't. That didn't give him his plan. So let's just do one thing real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to remove this plan. Oh, wait, hold on. I think the reason that is, if we look at our API, I think our key is wrong. Nope, our key is right, so I was wrong. So let's just remove this plan real quick. And let's retest this action. Okay. And then let's come back over here and look and see if he at least has our plan level 1, which he should have by default. And he doesn't have our plan level 1. Okay, so we'll figure that out. We'll just go ahead and we can go ahead and automatically enable it if we want to automatically enable it. But what we're going to do real quick is we're going to turn this on. Okay, so now our automation is turned on. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in new partner, and we're going to just change this to new partner 1, and we're going to give him 3 accounts on this software. Again, all I'm doing here is I'm just showing you an emulation of how your automation can work. So this is assuming an order page or something like that where your partner is actually buying access, or through some back-end place where you've given them a link to go get their accounts created. So we're going to go ahead and grant him access. So now this has actually happened. Now hopefully our API is followed, and we'll see some new partner in here. Here's a new partner right there that was added automatically. And if we look at this new partner, we'll be able to actually see that this new partner was created. They have an account balance of 3 because that's what we assign them, and they are assigned to plan level 1. Okay. Now just keep in mind that inside the webhook, we are using a post request and we are using JSON data, and we did not pass any plan level here. And since we did not pass any plan level here, then they are going to be by default enabled with plan level 1. Now let's go in and actually give our plan. We're just going to put in plan, and then we're going to give them 1 and 2. Okay. And then now we're going to turn this on. And then we're going to come back over here, and we're basically going to call this new partner 2, and we'll just call this person 2 partner, and then we're going to give them 2 accounts to manage this time. and we're going to let our API do its job. Okay, now they've submitted the form. Hopefully now our automation has actually fired, and we will see toPartner inside here. So now we have toPartner right here. They have one extension assigned to them, and if we look at manage extensions, we will see that they have a balance of 2, and for some reason they weren't assigned any plans, and we're going to find out why that is. Okay, but while we wait to find out what that is, let's take a look at our other APIs that you can use to manage your partners. So we have the suspend partner if you need to suspend your partner for any reason. So all you need to do is provide the token and email address for that partner. Okay, so we're going to use this, and we're essentially going to come in here and we're going to get rid of all of this because this wasn't needed. Okay, so we've got our token, we've got our email address, we're going to turn our API back on, and then all we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to find somebody who's on our partner list. We're going to do new partner 1, and what we're going to do is we're just going to submit their data through the form, just again to show you the automation working. So we're going to give that user's email address. You can see that new partner right here, he is active. Okay, and now we're going to let our API automation do its job. All we did was actually update what happens. We've just changed, actually we didn't change the URL. Okay, so let's change the URL. Let's grab this URL and let's change this URL from create partner to suspend partner. And let's make sure that we go through this process. Let's go ahead and skip our test. Let's turn this on. Okay, so now we've updated our URL. And now what we're going to do is we are just going to let's grab this new partner right here. He is active. We're going to grab his email address right here. You can see he's active, new partner at user.com. His name is some partner. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put him back over here. And we're just going to put his email address in here to let the API do its job. So we're going to go ahead and submit the form so that the API will fire. Okay. Again, this could be tied to your Stripe subscription. That's how mine is. Whenever their payment fails, I listen to that Stripe subscription whenever their payment fails, and based on that event, I listen to that new failed payment, and then I call this API in my automation to automatically suspend their account and send them an email and let them know their payment's failing and their account's been suspended. And if they'd like to regain access to their account, to just go ahead and click the link and update the payment. All right, so now you can see that this sum partner right here that we just put through that automation, you can see that this sum partner is now suspended. So let's do this toPartner. Okay, let's do this toPartner right here. You can see he's active. So let's put him through this automation, which is going to automatically suspend his accounts. We'll just pop his email address in there, and then we'll let the API fire and do its job. So now the API is fired, and we fired it on this guy right here who was active. That's toPartner who was active. Now let's take a look, and we will see toPartner is now inactive. So let's do that API with our last user, which is new partner. And let's come back over here, and we're just going to put that new partner in. Okay. And you can see that new partner over here is active. Our API has fired, and whenever we refresh the page, this new partner is now also going to be inactive. So this new partner is actually inactive. So now let's just update our API. Let's use our last API, and that is to unsuspend the partner. So again, all we're going to need is the token and email, and we just need this webhook to unsuspend the partner. So let's grab this webhook. Let's basically update our URL over here to unsuspend the partner, and then let's hit continue. Let's turn our automation back on, and then let's take a look at our partners over here. Any one of them that's suspended. This new partner is suspended, so now let's call our API and actually unsuspend that partner. So API has been called. This new partner who was inactive, we're going to refresh this page and we're going to see that this new partner is now active. So you can see this new partner is now active. We're going to do this to partner just so you can see again the API working, managing everything for you on the back end once you set up your automations. So once you set up your automations with the APIs, then the APIs will manage everything automatically for you. We just use the API to unsuspend to partner. This one right here who was currently inactive, if we refresh, we will see that that partner is now active. So now we've went over the API settings where you can add a partner, you can suspend a partner, and you can unsuspend a partner, and you can do all this as autopilot. So you can do all this, on autopilot. The only thing that we actually had an issue with was this add partner API was sending this actual plan in here. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to try this one more time. We're going to change this back to our create partner. And then we're going to we have token email. We're going to do our first name here. And this is going to come from my first step. And then we're also going to do our last name here. Then what else did we need? We needed some extension token. We needed some extension token. We needed some balance. If you're using the extension token, you have to use the balance. So we're going to give that accounts balance. And then, again, remember, the plan is not required. This plan is not required, but if you give the plan, it will set what plan levels on the extension they are able to issue. If you don't give the plan, it's obviously not required if your extension has no plans, okay? If your extension does have plans, it's not required. If you don't provide it, they will only be able to issue the first level plan. If you do provide it, they will be able to issue whatever plans that you say that they can actually issue. Okay? So we're going to give that plan. Oh, we need to give the plan, not the balance again. And for that plan, we're going to give this. We're going to turn this on and let us add a new user. Okay? So this is going to be new partner 3, and we're just going to call this to 3 partner. And we're going to give them 6 extensions. Or we're going to give them 6 accounts on the actual extension. Okay? So now we're going to come back over here. And we're going to look and see, do we have 3 partner? Hey, we do have 3 partner. Looky there. And he has an account balance of 6. We still had an issue with actually getting the plans assigned. Okay? But you should be assigning the plans just like I'm showing you. Okay? So you should be assigning the plans just like this with an array. Okay? Just like you'll see in Kyubi. So in this training video, I see that it's actually not working in this training video. I don't want you guys to pay attention that it's not working in this training video, because by the time you're watching this training video, it will be working just like that, because my engineers over here that I'm speaking with while I'm actually making this training video, they will have already actually fixed it. So they will already have fixed it, but you can see right inside Kyubi, okay, if you select the plans that you want to give, it's going to give you this array object right here, okay? So you can see this array object, we'll just paste it in here. You can see that array object, which is just, it's just like you see here. It's a square bracket, and then if you only want a specific plan, just that item. If you need more than one plan, you're going to separate the plan levels. You're going to separate the plan levels by colons, okay? So if you just want plan level 1, you're going to put 1. You're going to put bracket 1 bracket. If you want plan 1 and 3, you're going to put bracket, colon, semicolon, comma, whatever that thing is. Whatever that thing is right there, I think it's a comma, 3. If you want plan 1, 2, and 3, you're going to put 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then you're going to close your bracket. You're going to create an array just like that. Okay? And then as long as you do that, then you can rest assured that they are going to be created, and they're going to actually have those plans associated with them. Again, like I said, I realize that in this training video it didn't work, and whenever you saw us add, they didn't have their plans there assigned in Kyubi. But again, by the time you are watching this, it will work for you just like that. So you just do it just like that, and then you can go in and verify and double check that it is working. Okay? So again, just a few things as we wrap up this video. Since I've showed you everything now, I've showed you how to add a partner. You use this same API if you want to update the partner. So if you want to add the same partner to another extension, you're going to use the same API. If you want to grant the partner access to a higher level plan, you're just going to use this same add partner API, because it will also update. So if you have a funnel where they sign up to be a partner and they get plan level 1, and then you call this API to create their account and assign them, 10 extensions on plan level, or a balance of 10 user accounts on that extension at plan level 1. And then the next step in your funnel is you upsell them, and now instead of 10 extensions, you now give them 100 extensions, but they get plan level 1, 2, and 3. You will use this same add partner API to add that partner again to that same extension, and just update the number of user accounts they get, and update the plan array that they have access to, and the add partner API will act as essentially updating the partner as well. Okay, so again, if you want to toggle them to have an unlimited balance, and you don't want them to have only a balance of 5 or a balance of 50 or a balance of 100, you want them to have an unlimited balance, you can just actually toggle this on, and you'll see what happens. It changes your balance from a number to unlimited, okay? So we went through how to add a user, how to update a user. We went through how to suspend a user. We went through how to unsuspend a user. It's very, very similar to the other APIs for user management. Just a few things I want to remind you. When you create users manually or with our APIs, or you create partners manually or with our APIs, we don't email them any information on your behalf. So you still have to email them to let them know, hey, I've just created your partner account. Here's where you can log in. Here's your username. Here's your password. Password is always by default 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. encourage them to change their password. They can change their password right inside the platform, or in the extension, they can change the platform right inside the extension. So you do need to email them and let them know their login information, how to access Kyubi if you created them a partner account, where to go get the extension if you created them a user account in the extension, okay? The other thing I want you guys to keep in mind is your partner balance and your extension user balance and your actual extension balance, okay? Depending on what plan level that you picked with Kyubi, depending on the plan level you are with Kyubi, you have a limited number of partners, a limited number of extensions, a limited number of end user accounts, okay? So you could get an error when you try to create a new extension that you don't have any balance. You'll need to upgrade your Kyubi account. You could get an error when you go to actually create a partner because you only had a limit of 3 partners and you've already created 3 partners and you have 3 active partners. Inactive partners don't count towards your balance, only active partners do. So you could see that you're trying to create a partner, you have a balance of 3, you have 3 active partners, you're trying to create a new one, and it says you don't have any balance. You'll need to actually upgrade your Kyubi account so that you'll have access to be able to create new partners. Same thing for your user balance. The user accounts that you assign to your partners, they come from your user balance. So if you have a balance of 100 end user accounts and you create one partner and you assign them 100 end user accounts, your balance of your extension users is now 0. You won't be able to create new extension users. You won't be able to assign another partner any extension users, any balance of end user accounts because you have none left. You'll need to actually update your Kyubi. You'll need to upgrade your Kyubi account. Okay, so this shows you exactly how to go in and manage your reseller partners with our APIs and do everything automatically so that you don't actually have to log into Kyubi. You're going to use our APIs the same. You're going to make post requests. You're going to send us formatted JSON objects just like we're showing you here. And then you're just going to look over here to see what are the required types that you need to give us, what are the required fields that you actually need to give us to be able to call this API.